brought to you by Howa, Hornady, Do All Outdoors, Banded, Realtree, Nico Sterling, Banded Gear, Legacy Sports, and the National Guard.
There's one thing that my cousin Steve Carmella loves to do. It's hunt mule deer. So he took out our good friend Lindsay Swanson on her first hunt. Let's see what they come up with.
Okay, so Steve was really no fun in the truck. He wasn't dancing, he wasn't singing. So I figured when we stopped for gas, I would at least try for a bet, because what guy doesn't like a bet? So I asked him how many gallons he thought the truck would take, and he didn't know that I knew how many gallons that truck takes, but he doesn't, so. Okay. So what do you think? How many gallons do you think this is gonna take?
I'd say 50.
I say 38.
Okay.
What's the bet?
I don't know. What's her bet? You
Cook dinner. No, I want to cook dinner.
You don't trust me? That's how it is. Nice.
How about you set up camp?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna win. Why aren't you working?
So now that I know it's a 70-gallon tank, 29 gallons, she cheated.
So look, I did not cheat. It's a 70-gallon tank. We were at half tank. You do the numbers. You figure 35, I added a few, 38. It's just because I'm smarter. That's why I won.
That's all it took? It only took $2 and, 2 more gallons after it went off?
Yep.
Oh, I think you're cheating.
Look, Steve, I did not cheat.
168 miles and we got a quarter tank. 80 miles and we're empty. She cheated.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong about the number of gallons that go into that tank. When I was pumping the last part of that gas, it was going clunk, 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 clunk like it was done. And apparently I was wrong because we were very low by the time we got to Elko. And so clearly we didn't fill it up. But shh, don't tell Steve. Don't tell Steve. So you think I cheated? Huh?
There's no cheating this time. We went 80 miles and we're already almost empty again.
I didn't cheat, I promise.
So I think I won the bet. If you're going on a trip, do not let Lindsay pump the gas because you only get 80 miles, you'll be empty again.
You pumped the gas, I paid for the gas.
You pumped it at the end though. I'm actually feeling the pressure on this hunt. I'm nervous. It's Lindsay's first hunt. There's not a lot of deer and there's a lot of hunters. One piece of advice I can give you is even if we wound him and he starts to walk away or he starts to run away, be calm. Put another one in, get back on him, and we'll get another chance to shoot him. But don't panic because he's wounded. You know what I'm saying? Just keep calm, and I guarantee you'll get another shot at him. Because most of the time what happens is they move and then you can't find him in the scope, and people get flustered. They start getting nervous and they start moving the gun around. Just look over the top of your scope, find him, put your scope on him, and then we'll take the shot. And I'll range him for you. Okay. I'll tell him, if he's walked off a little bit, if it's 300, 350, and then you know where to shoot from there. With the Howa and the Hornady, you'll be good.
That's a good gun.
You'll be fine. That's the one thing that people do wrong is they get flustered if he doesn't drop right away. And just take your time, look over the top of your scope, find the animal, and then reach down and put your scope back on him. Most of the time, people try to find him in the scope, and you can't. You get flustered. You start moving your scope, and the animal's over here, and you're trying to go back and forth in a view of this big. Right. Just look right over the top of your scope, find the deer, put the scope on him, and then we'll pull the trigger again. Okay.
Today's ultimate hunting value by Howa. The The infamous Howa 1500 precision barrel and action. Without a doubt, the best value for today's hunter. Accurate and affordable. Howa Talon with Blackhawk recoil reduction stock. Howa Hogue package combos. Get a grip. Get the Hogue over mold advantage. Howa Axiom with Blackhawk recoil reduction stock. Envied by many, borrowed by some, and second to none. Howa.
The most advanced ammunition in the world. Superformance from Hornady. Up to 200 feet per second faster than any conventional ammunition. Flatter trajectories and more downrange energy from every rifle. Superior accuracy with no increase in felt recoil. Superformance ammunition from Hornady. It is rocket science.
The search for the ultimate knee boot has ended. Years of dealing with sweaty, cold, uncomfortable feet inspired us to build something innovative, entirely new, and better. Our Shed's technology allows your feet to breathe, but also keeps your feet warm, dry, and totally waterproof. The boot is shielded with an iron-tough exterior to withstand any outdoor conditions you may experience. No matter the situation, your feet will be comfortable. The ultimate knee boot from Bandit. Get it today. Become a fan at facebook.com/Syndicate Hunting.
She drives a two-door coupe. She'd rather have a four-wheel drive. Wears her cowboy boots. Yeah, she ain't got no tan lines. You ought to see her with nothing on. Makes a man do no wrong. Yeah, she's homegrown. Grew up down on that farm.
This is what I'm thinking. You see where everybody is, like this car in front of us right now? And they're driving down these roads in this thick timber and sagebrush. I think we got to move back over where we saw those bucks. Back into that burn. It's nasty, it's dirty, the wind's blowing, but I'm telling you, those bucks are going to get pushed over in those canyons. And I think we got to concentrate over there in that burn. And I think those bucks are getting pushed down. There's water down there for them, there's feed. And I think everybody else is going to be up here. It's beautiful. It looks like great deer country, but I think everybody's going to be up here in this timber.
Our strategy was to basically go where the hunters were not. And there were over 2,000 tags up in that area. Normally there's about 600. We thought, well, if all the hunters are going up on the mountain, we need to go away from all the hunters and down into the areas where some of the feed might be in the burn area. So when I first saw this buck, I was totally excited because it was a much bigger buck than I was expecting to get, especially for my first, and it made me even more nervous. And then once I got back behind the scope, we stalked over the hill and I got behind that scope and I went to take that shot and I was thinking, am I gonna be able to do this? You know, and then all of a sudden it's like my mind just went blank and it was just totally peaceful.
Nice shot. Just let him clear. Let those other deer go.
I'm not crying. My eyes are so hot.
I don't know why we're whispering.
I feel privileged to be on this hunt with Lindsay. This is something she will never forget. It's in her blood, and now she's hooked.
I felt totally relieved after the shot, and then when I got to walk up to him and actually feel him and see him, I felt such an amount of gratitude, so much. I just felt tons of gratitude for being able to experience that with him and being able to take him. He was amazing.
Whether it's your first hunt or you got a bunch of animals under your belt, big game hunting never gets old for me. Congratulations, Lindsay, on a great buck. Welcome to the club. Now we got Marvin back in Colorado, and he's out from behind the camera, and he's got his bow, and I'm pretty sure He topped the shot that JR made that you saw last week on the Syndicate. Check it out.
There's an old man in the country that I know. There's no money in what he used to grow. He don't care what people think. When a farmer turns into a hippie, times are hard in Mississippi. The smell is strong and the grass is getting high. It's guarded by the backwater and barbed wire. Don't go sneaking around that green, 'cause you may get past the snakes, but if the shotgun don't, the smoke will get you. You'll know when the cottonmouth bites. Feel it if it hits you just right. Close your eyes and say goodnight when you're way down south. Watch out for the cottonmouth. Feel that venom coursing through your veins. The pounding in your heart feels like a train. You won't make it very long. At first it burns you like a fire, lifts you up and takes you high. You'll know when the cottonmouth bites. Feel it if it hits you just right. Close your eyes and say goodnight when you're way down south. Watch out for the cottonmouth. You'll know when the cottonmouth bites. Feel it if it hits you just right. Close your eyes and say goodnight when you're way down south. You'll know when the cottonmouth bites. Feel it if it hits you just right. Close your eyes and say goodnight when you're way down south. Oh, when you're way down south. Watch out for the cottonmouth.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slide around here a little bit. And we're gonna set up and we're just gonna start moving in, crowding him a little bit. Because almost every time that we bugle, he answers us. So maybe we can pressure him a little bit and just draw him away from his cows. I'm pretty sure he's got some cows. That's a dead bull, baby. That's a dead bull.
Become a fan at facebook.com/Syndicate Hunting.
standing right here. Get my rangefinder out. It's so close it doesn't even range. I'm gonna say 10 yards. He comes right around here. He went barreling down through here. Okay, come on, let's go. Right there. Almost went down right here. Right here, he almost went down again.
I don't think it gets any more up close and personal than this. This bull's right in Marv's lap, and he drills him. I don't think you're gonna have a lot of tracking to do, Marv. Great shot, buddy.
Right here he went. Right there he stumbled. Right there he almost went down. There he almost went down. Right there, check out that blood. There he barreled into that. Oh, right there he is. Check him out, right there he is. Nice bull. Nice bull. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Looky there, looky there. Man, what a pretty 5x5. Ain't that a beauty? Man, what a nice elk. What a nice 5x5. Wow. Let me tell you, we came down here on Thursday night. My friend Levon Miller from Nevada came out and run the camera for me. Thanks a lot, Levon, for coming out. Come up here Friday morning, first thing, we got onto a bull that had a really long second. I mean, I think that thing must have been 20 inches long. And we weren't sure if we wanted to take him or not. It was early in the hunt. That was on Friday morning. Right after that, we ran into two muzzleloader hunters and another archery hunter. And there was all kinds of camps set around here. That made us a little bit nervous about the hunting pressure these elk were having. J.R. Keller came up on Saturday to help us call. We couldn't get on a bull. This is now Monday. Monday morning, we're first light, we're up on top of this mountain. We get on a really nice 6x6. We were above timberline, didn't have any cover, couldn't really close the deal. So they started heading down the mountain a little bit, winded us up across. We came after them. They went down in the trees. They were out of here. Got a little bit further down here into the trees. We run into another archery hunter. So we turned. We had heard this bull bugling earlier while we're up on this other bull. We heard this bull bugling. So we came down here and thought, you know what, we might as well try him. It's about 9 o'clock, something like that. So we get up on top, hit the bugle call. Instantly he answers us. We start working our way down here. He starts working in. Next thing you know, he's 10 yards. Made a really good shot on him. He didn't go but about 60, 70 yards and piled up, and here he is. Thanks a lot, Levon. I sure do appreciate it.
Nothing like 2 great hunts to end the season. Oh, end the season. It's over. I gotta go start filming for season 2. I'm going hunting. See ya.